Hello everybody, it's me Sam here in Toronto from WoopaGaming, and today we'll be showing you how to use and install the Survival Games plugin. It's been requested a lot, and so we've finally decided to do it. This is by, wait for it, 00 Negative, and there's a few testers, and Beach Boy 2000 and Jay 2011 are maintainers. So Dan, what's this plugin do?
Well, this plugin allows you to recreate the Hunger Games, such as the movie and the book, within Minecraft. And there's been a lot of these plugins floating about, but this one does it properly. And as Sam said, it's been requested by the bucket load on our comments and inboxes. So we thought we'd finally do it. And well, Sam, would you like to go over a few of the commands?
So the first thing we want to do is create a lobby. So we're actually going to be setting up survival, and then we'll show you how to play. So we've created this floating hut, as it were, in the sky, and this will be above our area. And we're going to make a lobby wall. So what we need to do is just place like a wall here, and then we can place signs on it, like so. There are some requirements on the size of the wall. Just have a look on the the forum. It should tell you. Just make them blank. Right, so now you want to hit one here, and then the opposite side. Make sure there's no other blocks except signs, and then you'll want to create the lobby wall, and you do this by doing SG /SG set lobby wall, and there we go. You should see all this come up. So survival games, and then the testers and the authors and stuff, and it'll just say no arenas. So we haven't created any arenas yet, so that's what we're going to be doing next. Right, so now we're going to create an arena. So I've set 2 points up, one over here and one over there. I'm going to use world edit to select the region. So I'm going to walk to the first point, left click it, and then walk to the second point, and then right click it, and then I'm going to expand it vertically and make it all glass, just so players can't escape. And there we go. So it creates a wall of glass, just so you can see the size of the arena as well. And then finally, what we want to do, now that we've actually created it, we want to do SG create arena. And there we go. We've created the first arena, which is ID 1, successfully added. Now one thing to note, you can't edit the arena once you've made it, so just to let you know that you can't be able to do that. Okay, so now that's done, we're going to want to set the spawn points. So let's have just a couple of spawn points. You can have as many as you like, and of course you can't edit, so we're just going to set them here. You can make a fancy thing, I guess, if you wanted to, but let's create one here. So what we'll want to type in is SG set spawn next, and that'll set the first spawn point, and then you'll move to the second spawn point, type the same command in, and that'll say spawn 2, and then the third and the fourth, and then you can keep going. You can have as many spawn points as you like. Okay, you can also place chests as well, and if you've got it, I'll go over the config later. If you've got it in the config to replenish the chest after each match, then they'll obviously have different things to put in it. Right, so the last thing we want to do is set the lobby spawn. So what we do is do SG set lobby spawn, and just make sure this is in your lobby, just so players can right click and stuff. And there you can see survival games, click to join arena 1. So players will be out doing their business, mining and stuff, and say they want to play a game of survival games. What they need to do is type in SG and then join, and that will teleport them to the lobby, if you'd like to do that as well. SG join. So, and then what we need to do, we'll right click survival games, this one there, so you can see there Torrance just joined it, and there's 4 players because there's only 4 spawn points and 1 player is playing. I'm going to join it as well by right clicking. As you can see, these are the spawn points I set up earlier, and you can see Torrance there, and we can't actually move at the moment because the Hunger Games or Survival Games hasn't started yet.
Indeed.
So you'll notice my inventory has been cleared, and my game modes have been changed, so all of the inventory is saved, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to start the game. Now one thing you can do is do SG start to manually start the game. However, a nice easier way is to SG vote. And what this is do, it will vote to start the game, and then when you have enough votes for people to start the game, then it will automatically play the game. So, Torrent, would you like to vote as well?
There we go.
So Xtorrent's voted to start the game, and apparently it only needs, I think there's like a percentage in the config of how many votes, and obviously we haven't got enough votes, so I'm just going to manually start it. So HG starts, and then you'll have a countdown starting the arena, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then we'll be able to
I'm gonna have to run away from you, Sam. I think you're going to beat me to death in the first few seconds.
Right. So the game started, and there's a grace period of 20 seconds, so people can't attack in this first 20 seconds. Of course, there would be chests and stuff, so if you place chests down, people can open them and find random treasures and stuff. But there is none here, just because this is just a test, really, just to show you how to use it. So we can't break any blocks.
Oh.
One of the things we can't do. You can add items and blocks to the list of what you can break, such as leaves and clay, I guess, if you wanted a sort of a survival things. And of course this will work in any world you have as well. So now me and Tara just beating each other up.
You are so bad at PvP. So.
I am really. You're hitting me and you're like so far away.
Oh,
yeah.
I won.
And there we go.
Oh, fuck.
Oh wow! Did you?
I quick ported out of the lobby by mistake, so I was still right clicking.
So there you go. That's Torrent 1 there, beat me up. And you can create more arenas as you want to. So this will appear here, and then you can just right click to join arena 2 and so forth. And I believe that is all for the in-game one. It's very easy once you know how to set up. Just have to remember what to do. A few things, I guess, is SG disable and then the ID, and that will disable the arena, so people won't be able to right click it. It'll just say arena disabled, and then you can enable it again by doing HG or SG. I believe it's enable and then the ID, and there we go. Enabled it, and of course joined it again accidentally. And if you want to leave an arena, you can just do SG leave, and that'll set you back to the lobby spawn. Okay then, anything else you want to add, Dan?
I don't think so. Apart from no, that's it.
No, that's it really. So now I'm going to.
It's one of the many plugins which actually do it well.
Yeah,
I must say.
Right, quite easy to set up, and of course chests will replenish, which is very handy, so you don't have to keep manually putting all the chests back. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the config, showing you what to do in the config as well as the MySQL web stats and whatnot. So see you there. Hello everybody, now I'm going to go over the installation of the Survival Games plugin. So first thing you want to do is download it from the link in the description. And you should get a .zip file. We then want to drag this into our plugins directory. Just give it a few more seconds to download. And there will also be a web stats directory in this folder. I'm going to go over the web stats and the MySQL in a second. So for now we just want these Survival Games. We're going to drag that into the plugins directory. Go back up and start the server. And we should hopefully see Survival Games, loading Survival Games, and then the version. And all should be enabled. And as said before, you will need World Edit for this. Now you might get an error here due to it not connected to the database. This is because we haven't actually set up the config for the database just yet. So I'm going to go over the database stuff after, just because most people might not need it. So we're going to go to Plugins, Survival Games, and you should see 3 or 4 files. The config spawns system.yml. It might be a chest one. This just enables you to have the chest. I'll just show you that in a second. Well, spawns and system, don't worry about those. We're mainly interested in config.yml, so open that up. Okay. So first of all, we have the auto start players, auto start time, and then the auto start vote. So this is sets how many players are needed for the game to auto start. So once the player limit is reached, it will wait for so much amount of time, so 20 seconds, for the additional players. It will auto start vote means that the percentage of players needed to vote with the vote command we used in game. So 75% of the players will need to have voted. Now only 50% of the players, because it was 2 out of 4. Enable player queue, so whether or not you want players to join a queue when they're waiting for the next game, so that can set that to true or false. Disallow commands, so if you want commands to not associated with survival games not be allowed in the player, then you can set that to true. I recommend leaving that as true. The grace period by default is 20 seconds. You can enable this or have this as higher or lower. This is just the amount of time that the player is invincible at the start of the game. And then the restock chest, so as I said before, if you have chests, then it will restock them with random items when you do. The block placement and break whitelist, so these are the block IDs you can place, and these are the ones you can break. So stuff like leaves and stuff are there. So it's up to you. You can remove or delete what ones you want there. The mob progression, this is not implemented, so I'm not going to worry about that. Login, this is what we're going to go over later. For now, I'm going to set this to false. But this is where all the login manageable stuff to save in. Right, so this is the end game. Basically, if there's a 3 players left, you can set that to higher. They'll get a random chest that will contain random items for them if you've enabled the placement of chests, and then it will also fire lightning as well, which you can set to true or false at the location of each player every 20 seconds, just to let people know where that player is. So if it could be a long game and they got like 3 players just randomly dotted around, then it will fire lightning in their location so players can see where they are and obviously hunt them down. SQL, I'm going to go over that in a second. And finally, we have the PHP Backend Stats and stuff. I'm also going to go over this. For now, I'm going to set this to false. So if you don't want to use the MySQL stuff, set this to false and set the login to false as well, and then you shouldn't have any problems. So now we're going to load up the server again, and we should hopefully get no errors. So there we go, done. Survival games could not save because it already exists. But that's fine, we don't have to worry about any of that. And hopefully, yeah, there we go, we got the chest of YML. So now I'm going to go over this, and then we'll go over the what's it called? The back end and stuff. Right, so this is what happens when the chests are put stuff in them. It works on levels, so level 1 all the way to whatever level you want. So this one goes from level 1 to 5 by default. And basically it's the chance of items happening in the chest. So level 1 is the most common items, these are the IDs, and then the amount of stack. And then the level 2 is less common, and then 3, and then level 4, level 5. So you can have more levels if you wanted, and you can have add different items and different stacks. So if you don't want a certain item, so you can remove it here, and these are just the IDs and stuff. One thing to note, the ratio, this is what the ratio is for being how unlikely the next level is. So basically it means that level 2 will be twice as unlikely as level 1, and then level 3 will be twice as unlikely as level 2, and so on. So this would be where you would change all the items for the chests and stuff. Okay, so that goes over the main config. Now we're going to go over the PHP backend and whatnot. Right, so we're going to be using a free MySQL service for this. So type in free MySQL, and I believe it's free MySQL.net is what I've used before. It's quite good. And we just want to make an account here and just simply sign up and create a database, and we should have certain values. Now these values you'll need will be the database name, the location of it, your username and password, and the port as well. So this will give you all the required information once you sign up there. I'm not going to go over how to sign up here because I mean, if you should be able to sign up. I won't have to go over that. So register here. You can get a free database, which will work, and then we want to go to our. Let's go back to this, and we want to go to config.yml, and we can set this to true now because we're going to be using MySQL. And now this SQL bit here is where we want to put in all of our values and data. So local host, will be where we place the location of the database. So this will be something like a name and then freemysql.net and stuff. The port, I believe you can keep the same unless it specifies a different port, so 3306. User, this will be the username you signed up with, and then the password is the password you signed up with as well. The database, it will ask you to create a database as well. It will have to be unique, so create this whatever you like. And then finally the prefix, so we can have just leave it as default, I recommend, but if you wanted a different prefix, so say you had 2 survival game servers, then you may want a survival game, a different prefix. You can also have the settings for the web stats as well, which I'm going to go over. So these are things like the kill to death record, the wins and stuff, so the kills, the points and whatnot. So first of all we want to enable it, so these are the kill points, the win points and whatnot. You've also got the kill streaks here, so the base points and then the multiplier points for every secondary kill they get. And also we have the kill streaks as well, so when someone gets like a double kill, then it will tell the server they've got a double kill, and you can change what the saying is here. Then you get multi-kill, ultra-kill, unbelievable kill, and then wherever that reads there, it has a special effect on that one, I believe. Unbelievable. So you can modify those to how you wish to have. So once we've done that, it will start logging. If you have any errors, obviously go on make a ticket on the dev bucket, and that's how you would set it up. And then we'll want to use the backend. So also in the zip, which I've closed, which is annoying. Let's just start Google Chrome up again. Right, so also in the zip is a web stats folder. So we want to go to your public HTML on your web server if you have one, and I'm going to create a new one called MC2, and then we want to drag and drop these files into the directory we specify. So now I'm just going to go over what this does. So first of all, let's open up the database._connection. This is where you'll again put in all the information you got from freemysql.net. So the host, the username, the password, and make sure the database prefix is the same as what you used on your server as well. So these will have to match up. So that's that. I believe I've got XAMPP running. No, I don't. So let's just start up XAMPP just to show you. Now I don't have. Well, this is MC2 and it's not connected because I don't want to show my password out. So let's go to localhost MC, and this is one I created earlier. A bit of Blue Peter there, created earlier. And this is what you should see: a survival games stats here. It's not very visible, this header, but you should see a list of all the players, how many points they've got here as we specified, the wins they've got, what their average finishing is. So Veteran Wolf here has finished first, Sam here has finished second, the number of kills they've got and the number of deaths, the kill to death ratio, how many games they've played, and then the time in game. And of course if you have multiple pages you can hit next and stuff. You can also search the players as well, so place the player name in, so let's put Samkio, hit enter, and we can see Samkio there. We can click Samkio's name and we can see a breakdown of all the points, the win to loss ratio, the deaths and the time and stuff. Also see all the games they've played in and what time, position they came in and who killed them and stuff. Leaderboard will just again show all the leaders and what we're not. And then game history will show a list of all the games, and at the moment there hasn't been any games on this, but this is where all the games would be locked, and there'll be multiple pages as well and whatnot. So that's that. You can change the header, which is preview this. You can change this to what you like using Paint or Photoshop or whatever your favourite picture editing software is. So that's the web stats and stuff. Again, free MySQL.net is a good resource if you want a database, because it allows external connections, so you don't have to be hosting it yourself, and you can have a web server on a different server to that of your Microsoft server as well, which is nice. So I hope that's made sense. I've gone over it, and much requested. It's good plugin, a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next video. So this is Sam from WoopaGaming, signing out.